Why the one that needs the first one to move before it can change is called dependent variable. So you see, we have price, we have quantity demand. So, but we said when price moves up, the quantity demand comes down. You see that we are saying relationship between these two things is negative, and the negative aspect is what mathematics refer to as minus, subtraction. But when they move in the same direction, you say you have positive, which is addition, plus. You see that mathematics, we need mathematics in that aspect to explain it. So in mathematics, they will just call that quantity demand, which is our dependent variable, y. Y price, they will call it x. They will now say y is the function of x. You can see function has come in. Y is a function of x. Of course, in our x, which is the independent variable, that is price, needs outside for it to change. It depends on some factors. But in this model, it is the y, which is constant demand, that needs price. That's why in economics we also have model. In the model we have exogenous model and endogenous model. The endogenous model is like your y dependent variable. That is the model that is determined within the model. Why the x, which is our price, is the model that is determined outside the model. You can see that's when you refer to it as model. But for our level, let's come back to variable, that is dependent and independent. So here it is independent variable that is changing, that is manipulating, that we can manipulate. So when this one change, the dependent variable will now change. I hope you can get that. So you have that when you have y as a function of x. So you can have function. So in mathematics, we also have different types of function. Constant function, linear function, quadratic function, cubic function, and so on and so forth. Logarithm function, etc. So when you have constant function, coming back to the function equation, you know we just talked about y and x. If you want to write that equation very well, you now say y equals to a minus bx. A minus bx. Minus, don't forget your negative relationship. So a and b that comes in, we call them parameters. That's why in economics we say we parameterize them. A here is a constant, yb is a slope. Parameters, don't forget, I first call both of them parameters. That's just the difference between parameters and constants. Constants can never change, but parameters in a model cannot change. But in another model, it can change. So b is a slope, while a is a constant. While a is a constant. So now, a is a constant, while b is a slope. I'm sorry. So you know we just say that whenever price change, quantity demand will now respond, will now change. So it is b, which is our slope, that will tell you how does that price change, which is our slope, margin, marginal. In fact, in economics, that's why some people refer to economics as marginal. because we are sensitive to small change. Margin. Do you understand? Margin. That's why you have marginal cost, marginal revenue, marginal utility, and so on and so forth. So now, y equals to a minus bp. If you are using y, a minus bx. If you are using q, q equals to a minus bp. So now, that's y. If our x